You're watching the 30th Pan-Pacific Conference, co-hosted by the Faculty of Management of the University of Johannesburg. With me I have, for the second time, Dr. Brenda Hattingh. Thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you for the invitation.
So, you've written many papers, and the last one you presented was on honesty being the best policy, healing corruption. Quite a grave subject. And in your paper, you ask some poignant questions, including what is the root cause of corruption?
A very important question, because we talk about corruption and the legal implementation of actually curbing corruption. Very few people ask what is the cause of corruption. The cause of corruption is twofold. Number one, we have a corrupt idea of what success is. People think that success is obtaining possessions and positions, and they can go to any means and methods to obtain the positions and the possessions. That means even hurting and trampling on other people and using corrupt methods. The second thing is that people are basically fear-driven. They are driven, if they are not successful in the eyes of other people, they are maybe worthless. And so because of the fear, they revert to corrupt methods of obtaining whatever they want. Very seldom do people come and ask the question, number one, what is authentic success? And if I can obtain this in an honest, truthful, authentic way, in the end, I don't need corrupt methods to actually get what I want.
So what you're basically saying is that corruption cannot be resolved by legal interventions alone?
No, it can't, because that's not the root cause. What the legal intervention actually does, it just causes more fear and says, now you must think twice before you are corrupt, because now you must become more fearful of the consequences. That doesn't really heal it or change the mindset behind corruption.
It may just make people more cunning.
It just makes them more cunning.
Then, of course, you get to this value system of honesty being the best policy. How do we even begin to instill this?
One must first understand what is honesty. Honesty is first being honest with yourself, and ask yourself, what do you need to be really authentically happy and successful? We think that positions and possessions make us successful. They don't. They only make life comfortable and enjoyable. What really makes you successful is expressing who you really are as an authentic person. And you really don't have to be cunning to do that. You just have to rise above the fear of what other people will say about you. In the end, being honest with yourself and being honest with people around you is in the end the best policy, because then it's open, it's clear, it's uncontaminated. And now the wonderful spin-off is that you give other people also permission to be honest and live with integrity. So it's sort of a positive vibe that we start sending around just by starting off with ourselves.
Fascinating. Thank you very much for joining us again.
I am very grateful, thank you.
I've been speaking to Dr. Brenda Hattingh from the Center for Power Intelligence. You're watching the 30th Pan-Pacific Conference, co-hosted by the Faculty of Management of the University of Johannesburg, developing future-fit leadership.